about GDP? What should we expect today evening?
Well, GDP, I wanted to make one point. Our poll says that it might be 7.8 and the NSO's own expectation is 7.6. Last year, we did 7%. Q4, our poll says about 6.6, 6.7. Now, I want to say that if you remember, in Q3, there was a huge difference between GDP and GVA. GDP came at 8.4, but GVA was only 6.5. That is the real economic activity. So you can get this 7.8, maybe we will even get an 8%. But let us look at the GVA number. Now, why this big divergence happened is because year ago, that is FY23, there was a large amount of subsidies. And that did not exist in last year's in this FY24 Q3. And GVA does not include those subsidies. In GDP, it is included. That's why GDP looks very big, but the actual economic activity is only 6.5% last quarter, that is Q3. Q4, our poll is throwing up a number of only 5.9. So we must remember that GVA is the number we have to look at. Now, economists are deeply divided. In our poll, we had many people at 7.2 for the Q4, and we had many people at 6.5, 6.4. Why the difference? Because you don't know whether there will be another big, subsidy impact on the GDP. It's a toss of a coin. Some economists believe that, yes, once again, a very low subsidy compared to a year ago will make the GDP look good and the GVA look lower. And there are some who say, no, all the adjustment is over in the third quarter. And the difference will be only, as always, about 30, 40 basis points between GDP and GVA. So even if it is 8%, please, I must request all of you to look at the GVA number, which is the real growth number. One more point. I did a poll asking people about FY25 if the election threw up another very strong government, which is the base case. Everyone said that they are not going to change their numbers for FY25 if the NDA romps home with as good a majority as last time, but they will definitely change it if it is a much lower number.
All right, Latha, thank you very much. So that's the GDP numbers and what to expect. GVA, as Latha said,
as the more important
number. And she'll be with you a little later in the evening as we decipher the numbers as they come through. Well.